Hi there. Hey, Mitch here. I want to talk to you today a little bit about fear and space. What do I want to say about fear? Well, I feel like fear is highly misunderstood. So many of us use fear as a major block. It's crippling. And really, all fear is that component that creates a sense of duality. And the sense of fear is that we are no longer part of the creator that we really are. And so we are not an individual away from the creator. We are part and parcel of the creator. We're an extension of creator. We are pure creative energy. And when somebody else convinces us that they are outside of us and that they have more of or more power or are in some way able to insert control over us, and we allow ourselves to be convinced of that, that's where fear enters. And so what we've really done is we've forgotten that we are the only ones that are able to create in our own reality, and we've allowed this illusion of duality to grow very powerful by giving into fear. And the only way to get out of fear is to look towards love, to look towards unity. So I've got two little black kitties. This is Booga, and that other one that was up there is Ooga. So they've decided they're going to join me today. If one of them jumps on my lap, we'll let them join even more intimately. So anyway, fear is something that we give reality to by putting our attention on it. And when we put our attention on it in a big way, it becomes something very big. It becomes a block. And I mentioned this in previous videos. But when we see it for really what it is, there's really very little there. It's just an idea. And it's not part of reality in any sense at all. What it is it's distance from Creator, and we have bought into an idea that we are less than the Creator. So move towards love. How do we move towards love when we're in fear? I've given you exercises. I would go to these exercises, these breathwork exercises, these polyvagal exercises, and really what it is, it's a mindfulness practice using the body as an anchor. Instead of using the mind to get out of the mind, we use the body to get out of the mind. And so if you find yourself in fear, I like to start with just a basic breath, and that is in and out through the nose with a longer exhale than inhale, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and then close our eyes and bring attention to the solar plexus. First the solar plexus, because that's where the ventral vagal nerve, it passes through our diaphragm, and when we can really give that nerve some attention, it will stimulate a response that brings us back into safety. And safety is the place from where we can exit fear. when we're in safety, then we can move into a space of love. And really, it's just holding our focus here. It also, by removing our focus from our thoughts, we have created space from our thoughts. So our thoughts, imagine thoughts up here in the head, and we put our focus here. We've given quite a bit of space between the two. And so with that space, we find a little bit of silence or pause or quiet from the insistent voice that keeps us in fear. And then just continue to breathe, continue to focus on the quiet. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about, I mentioned, is this space. And the space is that place right here. What I'm talking about is kind of a distance from our thoughts, but then that space is also the quietness. The quietness that takes us away from the endless news cycles, the endless thought cycles, the endless mind attachments that take us deeper and deeper into the observation of things that have already been created that may not be what we appreciate, want, or desire. So everything that has already been created is less than who we are, because we are always forward moving, forward creating. And so even in our fear, what we're doing is we're pushing our energy away from ourselves and giving it to those who are continually creating that which is against or different than what we would prefer for ourselves, and thus the fear. And that fear is our first signal to telling us that we're off track. We need to come back in, reset our compass on what it is that I want, and then begin to create from that space. Again, when I say create, it's generating your form of what your reality is. We are always creating all the time, so we're never not creating. It's just making sure or learning to keep our creation in the space of that which I prefer, or that which I generate, rather than giving away through fear or through doubt or through perception my ability to create what I prefer to another, or what I have perceived as another. So it's really keeping ourselves separate from the divinity of who we are. Anyway, that's pretty much what it is that I wanted to share. If you have any comments, please give them to me. Also, if you have questions or contributions, this is a great space to share them in. So that's I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Wonderful to see you all, and like, subscribe, and reach out if you would like to connect with me personally. I will certainly get back to you. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.